Good day everyone and welcome to Exile News, the weekly show that brings you all the important news and informations on Path of Exile. And this week's is huge, so let's start really quickly. First up, we got this week's schedule and also next week's schedule. Basically, we are now here where we got the challenge reward. We'll see later on. Tonight we're gonna get probably the Maven kill event, and then the leagues are ending tomorrow with the private league for the new leagues coming out, and probably getting the reveal for all of the classes or ascendancies that has been rebalanced. Then we get in the balance manifestos, followed by the patch notes as usual, all the gems, and then the actual launch. So we'll see how that goes. There's definitely going to be a lot of stuff to do and read during this week. Anyway, the Twitch live stream has been done for the reveal of the new league. And well, if you manage to actually get it or actually watch it live for at least 30 minutes, you should have gotten this pair of wings added to your account. If you had, that's nice. If you hadn't, well, I mean, it's not like they are groundbreaking microtransactions, so don't really worry about it. And we got another news reiterating on the Twitch stream. But also, finally, the stream happened and we got the new expansion and the new leagues, because these are two different things and they behave differently. So the expansion is Echoes of the Atlas and expands of course on the endgame, on the Atlas itself, while the new league is the Ritual League. So you can watch the 3.13 trailer here. This is the shorter one, and then you can watch the full content reveal of the stream that's like 35 minutes long on YouTube. Also, we're gonna check out the announcement page to actually understand what's going on. So again, the trailer, you can see the days that are actually missing, so refer to these for knowing when exactly the leagues are gonna start. But then again, it's pretty much the same time as always. And here we go. So the new endgame boss is the Maven. Basically, she has come to this world from another world, and she's interested in seeing us fight. So basically, when you're going to fight bosses, you can actually call the Maven to watch. She will empower the boss, and if you slay the boss, she will kind of collect it, and she'll have you fight the bosses you collected. So it's gonna start from 3, then it's gonna go up to 4, 5, 6, and then finally 10 bosses at the same time. Once you complete the 10 bosses challenge, you might have a chance at fighting the Maven herself. Also, basically what's gonna happen is every region in the Atlas is going to have a wheel like this one, and these wheels are focused on the league mechanics, so like Breach, like Delve, like Harvest, and so on. And they're gonna be fixed, so you're gonna have certain leagues to empower only in specific zones, so you will not be able to have Breach in all of the zones. So if you want to, for example, play Breach more than anything, you'll play the zones where you have the wheel with the points that you can put in Breach, and that will empower the league, most likely having it have higher effects, higher rewards, higher monster encounters, and so on. So basically making the league better and probably more accessible as well, though we're not sure about that yet. Also, to put points into this wheel, you'll have to complete the Maven challenges, so it's not like it's gonna be that easy, but it's definitely going to improve your late game fun, hopefully, and your late game stuff that you have to do. Also, speaking about endgame, we get even more endgame, so basically you have now access to craftable watchstones. So basically these are supposed to be very, very late items, and you can actually craft them, so it feels like it's not all about the RNG as it usually is. But anyway, these are very late game items that maybe just drop from the Maven herself. So basically they are supposed to be new watchstones that you just socket instead of the older ones, and as you can see, they give buffs to specific leagues, or even strange new buff like this one that gives you a chance to actually get the maximum number of sockets on items. So these are pretty good, these are pretty strong, and again, they are very late game stuff. Also, there is the Mavens Orb, which when used on an influenced item, which has at least 2 influence modifiers, basically removes one and upgrades the other. what it also does is that if the modifier that's getting upgraded is already of the highest tier, it transforms these into an elevated tier modifier. So new power creep coming out again, and well, this is definitely going to be very costly, but it's definitely going to be very interesting to actually make the best tier in the server. Once again, standard players might actually want to play this league just to get these ones before they are ripped into standard and are going to be so much more expensive, but honestly, who cares about standard anyway? There's also 11 new maps, and Chris Wilson said that people who are actually doing PoE2 have been participating in these maps and boss encounters as well, so they should actually have a higher quality than their older maps, but we'll have to see about that. We'll actually judge when we get into the game. And we get finally to the Ritual League. So this is actually the league itself, where basically there are shrines. It's like a breach pretty much, with a shrine in the center, and you start the encounter. You're limited within the shrine circle, and you have to kill monsters, and then the shrine pops up more monsters, and then you kill all of those, and basically you have access at the end to a set of rewards. Not all the rewards will be available at the beginning, so you'll only be able to buy some things with the tributes that you gained by killing the monsters. If you want to get other items, there are more trials in the same zone, so the more trials you complete, the more item you have access to. If you complete all, you have access to the whole tab, and then you use the tribute points to buy things. If you don't have enough tribute points, for example, let's say this tabula rasa costs like 3k and you have only 2.3, you can defer the item and you will find it in the next ritual that you will do, so you might have a chance of buying it then. That's pretty nice. And you will also be able to find new bases. For example, these Storm Rider boots that gives added lightning damage per 200 accuracy, however it reduces by 25% less your accuracy rating, so you have to find your ways to make it worth, but they're definitely gonna be worth in some way or another. This one increases the effect of 45, but you are crushed, meaning your physical damage is reduced by 25%, which might actually be too much or not. So definitely interesting things, and this is pretty much the league, except you can also decide not to buy items. Instead, you'll get the monsters within a ritual vessel, and then you can use this vessel when opening a new map to get these new monsters into the other map and juicing it up even more instead of using fragments, for example. So we'll see if this is worth. This is definitely going to be worth some way or another, but I mean, it's just very convoluted and it keeps going and going. If you want, you can just do the rituals and buy a couple items. If you want to go deeper and deeper, you just get a lot of these vessels and then juice up one map so much, and then you get a chance at least at getting extremely good rewards. This of course means that you can actually complete the rituals, which is not so easy, because every subsequent ritual you do in the same zone will also spawn the monsters from the previous rituals. So yeah, it's gonna be very crazy by the time you get to the latest rituals, which also makes it very interesting. So also GG has substantially reworked 3 ascendancies, which are the Deadeye, the Inquisitor and the Elementalist. Also they've reworked, not really reworked, but kind of changed a lot of others, and you can see here the images of the Occultist, the Hierophant and the Slayer. Also in the image in the background you can see part of the Deadeye rework, where projectiles have a chance to actually bounce off walls, which to be honest makes it crazy. You can actually use probably use Frost Wall everywhere and just bounce projectiles everywhere, and then they chain and stuff. I mean, it's going to be really interesting. Also, of course, new powerful items and new very useful divination cards like Acclimatization, which gives alteration orbs, and these for solo self-found might actually be very good. There's also new skills like the Hydrosphere, which is way too long to explain. Basically you place a sphere and it pulsates, dealing damage, and then if you hit the sphere with cold or lightning damage, the damage of the spear changes and you can move it around. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be nice to see if it actually works or if you just explode packs before even having to use the sphere anyway. And the Trinity support for skills that deals different type of elemental damage, or just for using different type of skills, which is something we don't really see like forever pretty much. So yeah, new unique items, well, this might be interesting, maybe not. Supposedly they've been designed to be build enabling, but we'll have to see if that's actually the thing. We're also gonna get harvest. None of the planting required though, because whenever you find the access to the harvest grove, you will already have a choice between some seeds that are already planted, so just choose the ones you want and you'll get the crafting you want after that. And there's also a chance of actually fighting Oshabi in there as well. There's also going to be heist again, which, I mean, I like it. Rogues level up their skill faster, markers drop in higher stacks supposedly, and the quest contracts just drop directly at the next smuggler's cache as soon as the quest is available, so that should make heist much more accessible. There's also of course new supporter packs if you want to support the game, and if you haven't done so, we have the core supporter packs, which to be honest are just so much better. But anyway, we are also getting here the ritual challenges, and I think GGG is actually improving or upping their game this time. So at the 12 challenges we're gonna get the weapon effect, which is quite flashy and also has a trail, which is the thing that surprised me the most, because trails are generally relegated to the best and most expensive microtransactions. Also at 24 we're gonna get the character effect, which you can see basically this is aura down here and the candles floating around. It's kind of nice, it's kind of cool, and it's definitely different from what we have in game now, so that's very nice. Also, at 36 challenges, for the first time, we are gonna get a hideout, which is the Ritualist's hideout. And you can check the video down here, well, you can see how the hideout is, and well, it's the only way to obtain this hideout, so if you are a hideout fan, definitely recommended to play a lot. Hopefully the challenges will not be way too boring this time, way not too RNG gated, but I wouldn't bet on it. I bet they are gonna be so much fucking RNG gated as usual, because challenges are just one of the things that are made to make people play longer. Though this time, since we have actual endgame stuff with the new Craftable watchstones, maybe GGG could go a little lighter on challenges. But then again, it's not gonna happen, so don't get your hopes up. Also, if you missed the live stream, the FAQ and Q&A summary have been posted here. So basically there's this 45 minutes long video where Ziggy D pretty much, rather than interviews, just ask a bunch of questions like Chris Wilson, and he tries to answer at his best. Also, if you just prefer to read, there's a very nicely formatted Q&A session here, which is pretty much the same thing. And you can see it's very nicely split in all of the things that you might want to know. So if you care only about ritual, just check this out. It's not that short, of course, because there's a 45 minutes video up there, but anyway, it's pretty interesting. If you haven't had the chance to look at it, definitely do right now, because it's worth it. Also, the latest thing is Zizeran is going to host a new Maven kill event. Of course, it's powered by Shopify as usual, and GGG is probably going to post as well about it. I think it's gonna happen tonight, not sure about that, but then again, GGG is gonna put their own prizes up for this. And well, this is your usually boss kill event, except that the Maven, we don't really know exactly how it's gonna work. So, well, probably GGG is gonna tell us something about that, not sure. But anyway, it's definitely gonna be interesting if you're watching the streams rather than playing, because most of the streamers, you know, the most competitive one, like Ziz, like Steel Mage, like the other ones, are definitely going to try. And other than that, I guess that was all for this week. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and a comment down below. Also, if you want to remain updated every week, be sure to subscribe to my channel. That was all. I've been your host, Zordzo, and I'll see you guys the next time.